Hello and welcome to IB Times TV. I'm Leanna Brinded, Business Editor for the International Business Times. Joining me now is Jo Swinson. She's the Minister for Employment Relations and Consumer Affairs. So hi, thanks for joining us.
Hi, good to be here.
Great. Well, kicking off with the payday lending sector that's really come back into the spotlight. I suppose the first thing many people ask is why the government hasn't just outright either banned or capped the type of interest rates that these companies charge.
Well, we do recognise there are significant problems with the payday lending sector, and that's why we're taking really tough action. In fact, the regulator, the OFT, has recently completed a action that has led to 15 out of the 50 biggest payday lenders leaving the industry because they weren't prepared to shape up to the proper standards they should be meeting, which is a good thing for consumers because that means those companies that weren't prepared to abide by the rules they were supposed to are no longer in the market, no longer lending money. But the problems that exist, the research shows us, aren't as simple as just looking at the interest rates. Actually, it's about things like consumers being given loans who are unable to afford to pay them back, or the rolling over of loans, what was supposed to be a short-term product for 3 weeks end up being a loan for 3 or 4 months and incurring high charges as a result, or the abuse of continuous payment authority. So those are the types of things which the OFT and indeed the new regulator, the Financial Conduct Authority, are particularly looking at to make sure that they are clamped down on where the rules aren't being adhered to. And indeed the new regulator will be able to set new rules that we are looking to see their draft rules in September. And of course they will have really tough new powers as well, where payday lenders aren't up to scratch. They will be able to ban products, they will be able to impose unlimited fines, and also have the power to make sure that companies pay back consumers their money.
Okay, I mean, on the sidelines of that, what are the government's thoughts about creating more, I suppose, credit unions to, as the Archbishop of Canterbury was saying, compete these companies out of business?
Well, the Secretary of State, Vince Cable, my colleague, and I are actually meeting with the Archbishop tomorrow on this very issue. We are very keen to make sure that credit unions are expanded because we think they are in a really important way of lending, often within a community in a way that benefits local people. And of course the government has already committed £38 million to help credit unions to modernise, because some of the challenges they face with that competition being able to go up against the likes of payday lenders is that they don't necessarily have the systems, the IT in the background to be able to operate on the kind of scale or with the same kind of efficiency as other lenders. They also have a restriction in the amount of interest that they're actually allowed to charge, and we have also made that more. So instead of it being 2% a month, we're now making that 3% a month, and that should help credit unions to help more people, because there are some individuals who may be of such a risk to lend to that it doesn't actually make economic sense to do so at very, very low interest rates. So being able to have credit unions lending to more people is going to be an important part of the solution.